Exodus 23 verse 22, verse breakdown. But if you indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. But if you indeed obey, this is a conditional statement. God does not promise automatic victory. He promises responsive victory. Obedience is not partial or occasional. It is deliberate and consistent. Obey his voice. God emphasizes voice before action. Relationship precedes results. Victory flows from hearing correctly, not acting emotionally or independently. Do all that I speak. Selective obedience cancels divine backing. God's authority rests on full compliance, not negotiated obedience. I will be an enemy to your enemies. God personally enters the conflict. The battle shifts from human strength to divine intervention. An adversary to your adversaries. This implies sustained resistance. God does not only block attacks. He actively opposes those who oppose his purpose in your life. Sermon: When God takes the battlefield. Introduction. Many believers want God's protection but resist God's instruction. Exodus 23 verse 22 exposes a hard truth. Divine defense is activated by obedience, not by confession alone. God does not fight for the disobedient. He fights for the aligned. 1. Obedience is the key that unlocks divine involvement. God does not offer emotional comfort here. He offers strategic protection. The promise is clear. If you obey, then I will act. When obedience is absent, God's intervention is limited. When obedience is present, God personally steps into the conflict. 2. God fights battles you are not equipped to win. When God becomes your adversary's adversary, the battlefield changes. What was overwhelming becomes manageable. What was impossible becomes unnecessary for you to fight. God does not empower you to struggle longer. He intervenes to end the struggle. 3. Obedience transfers responsibility to God. Obedience shifts the burden. Once you obey, the outcome is no longer your responsibility. God assumes accountability for the opposition you face. Disobedience keeps you in control. Obedience places God in control. 4. Victory is a byproduct, not the focus. The focus of the verse is not victory, it is obedience. Victory follows alignment naturally. Chasing victory without obedience leads to exhaustion. Choosing obedience leads to divine backing. Conclusion. Exodus 23 verse 22 confronts modern faith that wants protection without